Hi, Jason Ganal, Gque Barbecue. Today, Italy is going to come face to face with a cheeseburger. We're going to make a cheeseburger that's going to be fresh, it's going to be juicy, and it's going to be delicious. It's going to be the Caprese cheeseburger. If you want to see how we do that, it's coming up right now. For proven recipes and techniques using live fire, smash down that subscription button and hit that bell notification, and you won't miss any of our videos. So the inspiration for today's video comes from my favorite springtime appetizer, the Caprese salad. While I've never made this yet, I think the combination of some awesome juicy hamburger patties with some fresh and delicious ingredients from the Caprese salad is really going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm also excited to use for the very first time the Ballistic Griddle. This is made by my friend Greg over at Ballistic BBQ. If you're unfamiliar with his channel, check him out. He is the true Burger King of YouTube. He's probably got easily over 100 different barbecue burger videos already. So the first thing we got to do is light a full chimney. As you can see, I used the bottom of that bag. One of the things you guys need to be careful about, if you get a lot of really small pieces, the airflow can't run all the way up the chimney and not light all the coals. So I gave it a good shake to make sure I got plenty of airflow going through the coals. So the patties we're going to use for today's Caprese burger is going to be half-pound patties of ground brisket, ground short rib, and ground ribeye cap. You can see all of the white that's in these patties. This is a good fatty, flavorful patty. It's probably somewhere in the 70 to 30 range. If you don't have a grinder at your house, you can still grind your own meat into a patty. I showed you guys how to do that in a previous video. If you haven't seen that, click the iCard up above and you can learn how to grind your own meat without having a meat grinder. The tomatoes we're going to use today are Colorado beefsteak tomatoes. Don't forget to season them with salt and pepper. I like to slice the tomatoes in 1/4 inch thick slices. I also like to lay them out like this so the seasoning hits both sides of the tomato. So now we're all set up and we're ready for the cook. So the chimney is lit all the way to the top. I'm going to go ahead and transfer this over to the kettle. This is the first time I'm using the Ballistic Griddle. It's going to go in just like this. Fits in there nicely, nice and snug all the way around. We put the coals directly underneath the griddle, so that's going to be the hottest part, and we'll use this side over here. It's just kind of like a warming station and also kind of like a little bun toaster over here and keep everything warm. I'm super excited to try this Ballistic Griddle. I've watched the Burger King Greg make so many awesome videos on his channel. So we're going to put down a little ghee to just lubricate the griddle. You can tell it's already hot. Once the ghee hits the griddle, it just starts melting instantly. It's also important to let the temperature come up. We want to get that sear right away when we put the burgers onto the griddle. So if I were to put the burgers on right away, this griddle wouldn't be scorching hot. So I gave it a good 8 to 10 minutes to come up to get super hot before I added the ghee. So I know this is going to be nice and hot and we should get that nice sizzle once I put the meat down. Hear that sizzle? I'm also going to push down on it for about 10 seconds just to ensure that nice sear. It's important to do this before it starts cooking so that the juices stay in the burger. I'm going to go ahead and season these with just a little bit of kosher salt and fresh ground black pepper. We're going to go ahead and flip these only one time, and we know it's the right time to flip them once we start to see some of the juices come up through the middle of the burger, and we can see that the burger is being cooked about halfway up the side of the patty. So I got a new board out for the cooked burgers and for the vegetables. I'm going to go ahead and slice up some of the mozzarella. So the mozzarella sitting outside has come up to room temperature and it's really come apart as I sliced it. So I'm going to probably not slice these other two and just put it on the burger almost as if it's a slice of cheese. I'm also going to go ahead and remove the stems that are on the basil, so we got nothing but the leaves. Not only does it smell good, but it looks good too. We got all the colors from the Italian flag, the white, the green, and the red. Okay, so it's starting to cook up. You can see that the bottom half of this burger is cooked all the way, so these are ready to be flipped. Again, I'm going for the crust on these because that's where that awesome flavor is. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to scrape the bottom of these to ensure that I keep the crust. And when I flip it, I hope to see a beautiful dark crust. Nice. So that's what we're going for. I personally would have liked to have seen a little more crust right over here, but this color on 3/4 of the burger is exactly what we're going for. See how this one looks? Same thing over here. Beautiful crust on about half of the burger, and over here I would have liked to have seen a little bit more. And that could be because I don't have the proper utensil to press down properly in the very beginning to get that good smash, that good crust formation. Regardless, it's still gonna be an awesome burger. So I'm gonna go ahead and toast the buns. We got a little bit of grease right here. I'm gonna put the buns down and get a good toast going. I'm gonna apply some cheese. Buns have been toasting for about 1.5 minutes. Let's see how they look. Beautiful, that's exactly what we're going for, a nice golden brown bun. So these burgers are done. We're gonna go ahead and take them off and assemble the burger. Okay, so this looks and smells absolutely fantastic. Let's go ahead and give this guy a cut and see what we got. Look at that. Just a little bit of pink in there, just the way I like it. That cheese melting on there looks absolutely delicious, nice and juicy. I'm very excited to try this burger. Let's see what we got. Now for my favorite part, the taste test. It's everything I thought it would be. The burger is cooked just right. It was a little bit of pink in there, super juicy. Using those good fatty cuts of the ribeye cap and the short rib and the brisket lend itself to a good flavor, beefy flavor, seasoning it with just salt and pepper. I love the freshness from the tomatoes. And mozzarella, holy cow, mozzarella on a burger. If you haven't tried that, give it a shot. This burger is absolutely outstanding and something I will definitely be making again. Guys, if that's something you like or if that's something you want to try, give me a thumbs up. Until next time, Jason Canal, GQ Barbecue.